Hey everyone, welcome to JD Careers Out There, where we get you career advice from fellow lawyers and non-practicing lawyers to help you achieve success and happiness in your career. You know, in law school you learn how to think, read, and write like a lawyer, but here we're here to help you enjoy your career, and a big part of that is finding a path that excites you. So today we're going to look at one of those paths. I'm Mark Luber, and today we're exploring the path of insurance defense litigation, and we're specifically looking at medical malpractice defense. We're talking to my old friend and college housemate Andy Kaplan, who's a medical malpractice defense attorney and a partner at a prominent insurance defense litigation firm in New York. Here's a look at our talk where he tells us what he does as a med mal defense attorney.
I represent hospitals, doctors, anyone who provides health care when they're sued for negligence.
Okay, and give us an example of like a typical fact pattern that you would deal with.
You know, I really don't know if there is a typical fact pattern. It can involve anything in medicine. Recently, I had a case where a patient had a stroke and was taken into a hospital's emergency room. He had what's called an ischemic stroke. He had a blockage to a blood vessel to his brain. He was transferred to a hospital I represented. He came in under their rehabilitation department's care, and during the course of his rehabilitation, he had a conversion of his stroke. That means his stroke changed from an ischemic stroke. This is probably very boring if you don't know this stuff, but it converted from an ischemic to a hemorrhagic stroke, meaning he started to bleed into his brain, and it worsened his condition and his prognosis. During the course of this, he actually was brought by one of the nurse's aides to the shower in the hospital. He had what's called a syncopal episode. He sort of fainted or started to faint while he was having this hemorrhagic conversion, slid down in his hospital chair, and two nurses had to pick him up and carry him back to his room. And then they did an MRI and they diagnosed the hemorrhage. The case went to court because the family claimed that he fell in the bathroom, banged his head. That caused the hemorrhagic conversion, and so the hospital was negligent. We ended up trying that case, and we proved through the use of the MRIs and expert testimony that the hemorrhagic conversion actually preceded the fall. He didn't bang his head in the hospital bathroom, and that this was a physiologic change, not the result of negligence of anyone at the hospital.
Interesting. Okay. Wow.
It can be very technical stuff.
Yeah, so that I was going to ask that. So hemorrhagic conversion. Now, I assume you didn't learn about that in law school, and you're not a doctor, right? You have no medical...
I just play one at my office.
So then, yeah, perfect. So then basically you're learning all this stuff on the job, right? You're learning all kinds of medical research through your job?
Yeah, you know, I tell a lot of young associates or law students, if you want to go into medical malpractice defense, you have to like the medicine as much as you like the law.
It's interesting stuff, right? You can watch Andy and I go more in depth into med mal defense careers at jdcareersouththere.com. Andy's going to tell us what it's like to work in med mal litigation, who makes a good fit for this path, how to break in, and then what it takes to succeed. You can take a shortcut to the site by going to JDCOT.com, and if you're already there, you could just scroll down to the full version. Make sure you become a member so you can watch the full interview, and you'll get access to lots more exclusive content filled with great advice. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm Mark Luber, and look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.